Yo, what's going on, guys? Nasher here, back with more NHL 21 news. Today, we're going to be covering everything World of Chel, all of the new updates and features that we will see in the new game. So far, we have covered the NHL 21 reveal trailer and broken down all of the different gameplay pieces that were included in that, along with all the different news stories and media outlets that reported different NHL 21 news. Today, we have a blog that was released by EA that includes all of our new World of Chel features. So I know a lot of you guys are interested in that. I personally have been a big 6s and 3s guy this year, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what's in store. Before we get into that, I should tell you guys the NHL 21 beta or closed technical test is officially live today. The last couple months, you had the chance to sign up for this closed test. If you signed up, you are in and you have a chance to play the game. Check your emails. You should have a code sent to you for you to download the game. In the closed technical test, there's 2 game modes, online versus and World of Chel. So make sure you dive in there, provide feedback to EA. It sounds like they're going to be taking what we learned from this beta and adjusting it for the full release. Keep in mind, this is a closed test. You are not allowed to upload or stream any content from this thing. I've heard EA has the ability to just instantly take down social media accounts. They'll know where the footage is coming from. Your account will get banned. All this. Don't mess with it. Don't risk it. It is not worth it. I will be reporting and updating you guys on how the game feels and how the new features feel, though. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all that. I'll be posting little text updates on there. Now let's go ahead and dive into our World of Chel updates. First things first, we have the World of Chel season. So every 6 to 8 weeks, so about 2 months, there is going to be a full reset. So your team leaderboard ranks, your individual rank, which we will get into in a bit, all of that is completely gone. I still haven't decided if I really like that or not. It sounds like they're kind of going with more of a Fortnite Call of Duty approach where you have seasons, and instead of just one big game that we play all year long, it's sort of broken up into those mini 2-month timetables. I'm hoping that they use these seasons to have different special events throughout the year. So maybe specific tournaments based around, you know, Christmas time. You've got like a holiday event. Around Halloween, you've got like a spooky event, something like that. That's the way I could see this working out. The individual ranking system has been completely changed from last year. So we've had CR in the past, competitive rating. It was kind of this broken system that some people really cared about. Some people had no idea it was even in the game. And now it looks like we have a more official multiplayer ranking system. Over the course of the season, you're going to be attempting to reach the highest rank possible to unlock the best rewards. And it looks like they kind of have adapted this ranking system that many other games have used. There's going to be 6 different tiers: bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, and the big dog, elite. From what I've heard, this is skill based, so it's not just play and you'll get to elite. You actually have to win games and perform well individually. It sounds like if you go on a bit of winning streak or score, you know, 3 goals a game throughout the season, you're bound to reach a very high rank. If you start to lose a couple games in a row, then you will drop down. Within each of those tiers that I mentioned, there's going to be 3 different levels. So you start out at, say, bronze 3, and then you'll reach bronze 1. Once it gets to bronze 1 and rank up, you'll then jump up to silver until you make your way all the way up to elite. The good news is you will keep the highest rank that you achieve. So if you're at platinum and you're thinking to yourself, you know what, I don't know if I want to play another game, there's potential that I drop down a rank if I lose this one. No, you will stay there regardless of where you end up. So if you hit platinum and finish in silver, you'll still get those platinum rewards. This rank is also different depending on each individual game mode. So there's going to be 4 different ranks that you can achieve: 1s, 3s eliminator, club, and ESHL drop-in. So all 4 of those different ranks, you will have to grind to elite in every single one if you want to max out your rewards. I think the success of this ranking system really depends on what the rewards are. If it's just like a chance at pulling some gold items from a hockey bag, there's no way people are going to be grinding this. But if it's something like maybe you get some insane hut packs in the mix, maybe there's like gold gloves or exclusive gold equipment that you only get for earning that top rank. If that was the case, you know what, maybe I'll hop on and grind. Just really depends on what EA can come up with here. Before you get that final rank, you're gonna have the chance to play in something called the club finals. So for the last 2 weeks of every 2-month season, there's going to be something called the club finals, where you compete with your team playing against teams in a similar skill level to yours. So depending on where your team finished throughout the online season, you'll have the chance to again compete for 5 different cup levels. There's the Rookie Cup, Pro Cup, All-Star Cup, Superstar Cup, and again, that #1 spot, you're looking to win the Elite Cup. This does not sound like ESHL playoffs the last few years, where you literally just hop in and play 4 games, you win them, and then you're crowned the champion. There's so many champions, whatever. Now it sounds like there's only 1 champion in 6v6 and 1 champion in 3v3 that is going to win each cup. The 2 weeks of club finals is just going to be an absolute grind. So instead of there being kind of a bracket style where you have to play a certain amount of games, no, it's literally just grind as many games as you can to get to that #1 spot on the leaderboard. That is how you win. That's how you're crowned the champion. And that is also how you get this new championship banner. So if you are the #1 club, you unlock this exclusive banner. You can put it in your arena. It sounds like you can customize them and kind of move them around. I think that's a pretty cool addition and something that I know I'm going to grab some people together with and grind one of these seasons. Oh, and apparently you can put a little championship patch on the shoulder of your jerseys as well. So if you hop into a game and you see that a team is rolling with the Elite Cup Championship, that means that they were literally the #1 team at some point in one of the seasons. That is going to be madness. So that is the new ranking system and kind of overarching setup of World of Chel. Overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's going to be a fun grind, at least for the first few months. Will this get repetitive towards the end of the year? It just depends on what EA comes up with in terms of the events and the rewards, but it has potential. With this whole new system, it is about time. We have been asking for this for the last 5 years, and EA has finally come through. We are getting a World of Chel EASHL practice mode. So yes, finally, it sounds like you can go in with your 6 friends and a user-controlled goalie, skate around the rink. You can set up plays, practice breakouts, do whatever you want to do, warm up your goalie, anything that you can think of. It sounds like you can finally do it in practice mode. This is going to be set up just like the single-player practice in the game, so you can go in and just do a free skate where everyone's roaming around. You can set up little odd man rushes and do some drills, and you can even do a club practice where you play 6v6 against AIs. Sounds like it's going to be a good chance to just hop in and warm up, especially if you're getting ready to go into some esports games. You don't have time to search and play a full game. This is going to be a nice way to just get in with the boys, practice up, and get ready to go. This is going to be huge for a variety of reasons. I'm mostly looking forward to going through and testing out new builds, so trying out different height and weight combos, or testing out new traits, things you don't really want to test out in a game for the first time. You can now come over to practice mode, see how he feels, and then take him into those actual games. Speaking of traits, they have completely reworked those as well. Last year, things just felt very repetitive. Every single player on the ice was using Marathon Man, and they have come out and said that Marathon Man is not going to be in the game. It is about time. In NHL 20, they had 2 variations of every trait. So the first trait would be kind of a subtle increase of the stats and a subtle decrease elsewhere, where the second one would be a huge increase in stats, but a huge decrease elsewhere. They now have blue and purple traits, which will impact different stats. So there can be a blue and purple of, say, wrist shot power. From that wrist shot power, I then have to decide if I want to use the blue trait, which is going to decrease my hitting ability, or my purple trait, which is going to decrease my slap shot accuracy. That's just a random example, not actually in the game, but that's how it's going to work. So you're really going to have to go through and look at every specific stat, want to see how you want to specifically personalize and build your guy, and then go from there. Honestly, Marathon Man kind of ruined everything last year, and a lot of the traits didn't really give you the full customization that I would have wanted. So it sounds like now we can kind of make our guy as close to being as what we would want them to be. Of course, this is not the fully customizable builds that everyone has been asking for. Hopefully we see that in the future, but still a welcome change nonetheless. Now we get to some quality of life improvements here for World of Chel, and the first one is probably one of my favorites of the game so far. So as a goalie, if you pull yourself, you are going to have the chance to control the extra attacker on the ice. In NHL 20, you would almost just not pull yourself as a goalie. In NHL 21, you're gonna have the chance on delayed penalties, and say if there's 2 minutes left on the clock, you're down by a couple goals, get the goalie onto the ice and actually control the player. This is going to change NHL esports and really change the competitive scene because of that. I'm just imagining the dying moments of the game, 30 seconds on the clock in like a $20,000 EA SHL 6s tournament. A goalie pulls himself, goes down, and scores the tying goal with seconds on the clock. The moments will be crazy. I think this is a welcome change, something that we have needed forever in EA SHL, and I'm glad that we are finally getting it. I know goalies will really appreciate this as well. Some other pretty minor things that actually will make a pretty big difference is the chance for a server selection in private matches. So it sounds like you're gonna have the chance to pick either an east, west, or central server depending on where the players are mostly based in the game. This is very helpful for sites like LG or NHL esports going on, where sometimes it'll just randomly place you on a West Coast server because 1 or 2 players in the entire game live on the west. Now we'll be able to pick which server we want. The ping should always be nice and consistent, and this will make everyone happier all around. EA has also expanded the recent game details and stats, so you can actually dive in and see individual player stats and see how teams performed in their past 20 or so games, as well as new stat categories that were added to the game that were not there before. The breakdown of this is absolutely crazy. I'll put it on the screen, everything that they added to the game, but pretty cool to see all of the different stats that are now going to be recorded, including things like saucer passes, deflections, offsides, penalty shot percentage, breakaway percentage, all new stats added to the game. And of course, the more stat tracking that we have in the game, the more we'll be able to tell about ourselves and our teammates as players and how we need to improve. The last thing they mentioned is a menu restructure. So the ESHL World of Chel menus are just an absolute disaster. It sounds like they've tried to streamline those at least somewhat, so hopefully we'll have a few less clicks to get to where we want to go. Of course, we will not know until the beta, but once the beta drops, we'll have all that info available for us and we can be the judge ourselves. So there you have it. There are all of your updates regarding NHL 21 World of Chel. I'm personally pretty happy with all the adjustments that they made. Of course, I would love to see customized builds get into the game at some point. Maybe we'll be seeing that in NHL 22, but all in all, welcome changes. The new ranking system will hopefully be pretty fun, but again, it all comes down to how will these rewards work? How will teams be motivated, and will we want to really grind this thing? Here's a rundown of all of the upcoming NHL 21 feature news. We just covered World of Chel, and in mid-September, so in a few weeks, we will have our first gameplay update. Hopefully a new gameplay trailer where we get to see raw NHL 21 footage will be coming, and of course, you know, we will be breaking that down. So I hope you guys enjoyed this World of Chel breakdown. I hope you found it helpful. If you guys are enjoying the NHL 21 news videos, let me know in the comment section down below. Of course, hit the video with a like. It helps out the channel a ton. And hit that subscribe button. We are on the road to 500,000 subscribers. That's it for this one. I'll see you guys next time, and peace.